Today's Wednesday, July 13th, 2016. I call a special meeting of the Monongalia County Commission to order. It's 4 o'clock. Let the record reflect that Commissioner Bloom and I, Eldon Callan, are present. Commissioner Hawkins is working with the 4-H camp and could not be here today. I have to mention Mickey Ferrari. When we moved from what's now called Owl Creek, it was called Weirton Mine back in Weirton Mine Road. In the Morgantown, we lived across the street from Mickey Ferrari. And I was good friends with Mike Ferrari, and he was in my class, and Jane was in my sister Pamela's class, and I'm not sure if the other one was in any of the classes, but he was a typical 11-year-old looking at anyone over 20. You knew they were grumpy and mean, and they made us. But he became, not only was Mike a good friend of mine and a classmate, but his father became a good friend. We've lost a true institution in Monongalia County. So I just had to mention Mickey, and I would ask that everyone keeps their family in your thoughts as we rise for a moment of silent meditation and pledge to the flag. Thank you.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Okay, Renetta, what do we have? Pay vouchers?
Yeah, we're just approving pay vouchers today. General County, $329,569.09. 911, $1386.19. Chestnut Ridge Park, $6726.57. Camp Muffley, $941.12. Mason-Dixon Park, $702.32. Assessor's valuation, $11,715.88. Law enforcement forfeiture, $400. Morgantown Industrial TIF, $297.93. Purchasing car, General County, $13,530.07. Chestnut Ridge Park, $871.03. Camp Muffley, $315. Assessor's Mason-Dixon Park, $226.68. Assessor's valuation, $1399.60 for a grand total of $368,081.48.
Move for approval.
I'll second that. I got a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passed.
Just want to see the reaction.
Okay. Comments from the public. We got any comments from the public? Yes, sir. Please rise and give your name and address, and you have time to speak.
All righty. My name is Ken Weiss, and I'm a board member of your Monongalia County Health Department. And when I woke up Sunday morning, I read in the Dominion Post a story about a hero that saved lives, a doctor who realized that there was a potential outbreak of salmonella in the community. He did the right thing, and he notified our health department, and the health department investigated it and stopped what could have been a pretty serious threat to the community. So I'm here as a member of that board just to thank once again, and always thank the Commission for their unwavering support, financially of course, but also here. The Commission, or the Health Department couldn't do what they do for our county citizens without your support. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And the second thing I would like to mention is I am a volunteer also on Saturday mornings at the county recycling, which is just, I'm there, Commissioner Bloom is there, and he hears the thank yous every week from the cars that come up from county residents, everybody that lives out of the city. little old ladies to strapping young men come with their recycling, and they thank us. I'm going to make a suggestion. They don't know it's the county commission that does it. And if we had some yellow vests that said county commission, we always mention, this is the county commission that's helping you. Remember them. That would help. You know, advertising helps, signage helps. The county commission's doing a great job with this program. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you for your kind remarks, and we appreciate your service on the health department. It's volunteers like yourself that makes so many programs possible that wouldn't otherwise be possible. So thank you as well.
It's an honor to serve.
Tom, did you have anything?
Just, I mean, if you would vote as the best ambassador you can imagine for recycling, Mr. Weiss has been out there, and you've gone to your, which group is it that's, you've brought people in from the Chile, which is it, Rotary?
Like Rotary.
Rotary said they've come out, and, you know, even their children have come out, it's become a real joy for them because they get to smash it down, all the recycling all for 2 hours. But no, I just want to thank you because, I mean, it's volunteers like Ken and others who make this program work, and I appreciate you coming and saying that. And you're right. I would like, it would get boring if I mentioned all the time the thank yous to the other two commissioners. But I think I'd love you all to come out there and just hear it and see it. I like that idea because people don't realize that the county commission is doing this. And it's working because we're able to keep the prices low because of the volunteers. And I appreciate that.
Do you need a motion to order some vests, Bobby, for that program, or can you just do it?
Could you do administrative? Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
That's a great idea. Safety too.
I think it's a good safety
Yeah.
plan too.
Yeah.
So, to have everyone standardized. And then maybe you'd have another one that says not county for the people when the state comes in.
That way we won't get run over.
Right, because it's dark in the
We
morning.
have the yellow vests.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's dark in the morning.
That would be
Couple of
good.
aggressive people out there.
Yes.
That would be good. Okay.
Thank you.
We'll do that. Okay, Colleen, we got any grants?
I have several grants.
Okay, what do we got?
I have the ESG grant in the amount of $13,016.05. I have the VOCA grant in the amount of $4,652.09. Then I have the Governor's Highway Safety Program, DUI, in the amount of $2,222.55. And then I also have the Governor's Highway Safety Program, alcohol transfer in the amount of $3,916.22.
I'll move for approval and to allow the president to sign those grants.
Second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passed. Thank you.
I also have the grant contract agreement for the Day Report Center. The standards and conditions assurances for the Day Report Center.
Mhm.
Okay. Does that need a motion for him to sign it?
Yes,
Yes.
because otherwise you're gonna have to write a resolution.
Yes, I have
Oh,
a
okay.
resolution too. And then I also have lobbying and debarment suspension and other responsibility matters and drug-free workplace requirements and equal employment opportunity plan. And you have to sign,
These are all covered in the resolution, correct?
yes.
Will you read the resolution, please?
The County Commission of Monongalia County met on Wednesday, July 13th, 2016 with a quorum present and passed the following resolution. Be it resolved that the Commission hereby authorizes the Honorable Eldon A. Callen, President of the Monongalia County Commission, to act on its behalf to enter into a contractual agreement with the Division of Justice and Community Services to receive and administer grant funds pursuant to two provisions of the West Virginia Community Corrections Fund.
Move approval of the resolution.
I'll second. Have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passed.
To note, they did cut the Day Report Center funding down to
200,000, that's
From what?
14,000,
Is
probably
that
less.
state or federal?
State.
State?
And we did implement starting the funds to run the program, the charging of the funds
So that'll make up the
for the
difference.
participants, yeah, so that's gonna help supplement
Okay,
their
good.
program.
Right.
How much they increase the jail cost?
Well, I hope they didn't increase the jail costs.
No, I mean Department of Corrections budget.
Oh,
Reduce this budget, I guarantee you the Department of
it
Corrections
went
is gonna go up.
somewhere. We were very fortunate, others were cut a lot, other
lot more.
counties, yeah.
And then these,
Well, from my years as a magistrate, community corrections really does work here locally. I know in other counties from other commissioners, they're not as fortunate as we are on some of the community corrections. That doesn't necessarily mean all of our programs are top form, but they keep working on them, so that's good. Appreciate your all's work on that.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, all right. Revisions to the coal severance fund budget. What do we got, Renetta?
The coal severance budget, we had estimated $10,000 carryover. The carryover actually came in at $23,076. So that's a difference of $13.76. So we are proposing to move that into 425 other buildings for any maintenance that we have to provide to our community buildings that we own, in the amount of $13,076.
What's your thoughts?
Move for approval and then discussion.
Okay, I'll second that for discussion. Yes.
Just for just for clarification for
Yes,
the
sir.
public. So from what I gathered, we only got 100,000 this last. I mean, I think we ended up getting about 592,000. Yeah, 592,000. When we had budgeted much more, and next year we're only budgeting to play it safe. What's it, 150? $160,000. So you can see even the drastic change from when it was around 1.8 million. Then it now went to this year 592,000, and now we're only budgeting 160,000. At the same time, I want to give the other commissioners credit, and I think Eldon Callum was the one who came up with the idea, where we did move, and since you're here, the health department, we moved certain functions that we felt were a priority into the
Public
general budget. If you want to just explain that, because I think that was key, because people think, oh, well, we're only getting 160,000, but we took funds that were mandatory, that we felt were key for our community.
The division in our budget that we inherited, really, that was done for many, many years, was you're a government entity or you're an outside entity.
Right.
And there was no distinction between the type of service that was being provided. Essential public services are a class, a classification that I've always tried to focus on when we're given funding or provide funding. But I felt that our budget did not properly reflect the separation between, quote, outside agencies and those agencies that provide essential public services that could not otherwise be provided without the existence of those outside agencies and volunteers and or nonprofit corporations. These include things like the health department. It's essential public service, as you've pointed out today, that's why there's certain things that government exists to do. There's some things that government do that are nice to have but are not essential. The Child Advocacy Center is another prime example.
Health rate.
It was, health rate was another prime example based on my conversation with Dr. Smith. He pointed out that without health rate that we would probably have to triple the budget, if not more, to the health department to cover what health rate does. To aid in those essential public services. Child Advocacy Center, a lot of people don't understand that. Well, that's basically, that's a system by which investigative work can be done and the necessary counseling and support can be done to people children that may suffer from abuse, sexual abuse in particular, but all types of childhood abuse. That's set up as an outside service. Its primary purpose is to not re-victimize the child victim over and over again, or victimize a child that otherwise. So it's set up. It is clearly an investigative tool of the prosecutor's office, and that's an essential government service that we provide. So our entire budget has been reworked to not only focus on the entity providing the service, but whether that service fits into those things that government are supposed to do: public health, safety, police and protection. Those are the basic services that a government needs to provide. Other quality of life issues we want to provide, and as the voters showed in the recent election on the levies, there's certain things they want government to provide, and they are willing to pay for. So we've got to keep our budget focused in that fashion. So does that cover what?
That's excellent, because I think the public needed to understand how we've streamlined our budget and moved forward with the diminishing coal severance funds. And I even know next year we're even discussing the possibility of, instead of giving funds specifically to an agency, what we would do is have like $500,000, $2,500, $5,000 grants, of which the people would then say what the program's going to be, and then we would fund that actual program. So we're trying to get as much money out back to the public, but at the same time getting something out of it for it. So I appreciate you clarifying that. With that, I already moved.
You've already moved. I would just add this. We still don't have the general revenue carryover. We'll probably that's July 30th, I believe. So this is. We always have the right to change budgets, so this is just a temporary assignment. We had some agencies appear in June that have issues of matching funds and other issues, and we've heard those issues, and we told them that once the total carryover is known, we'll know what, if anything, we'll further fund. So this is a measure that may stay permanently and may not stay permanently. It's fluctuating. So I have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye. Aye. Motion passed. Thank you. Any other issues?
No, sir.
Move for adjournment.
Second, I have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
We're adjourned. Thank you.
All right, 18 minutes.